Superman.
Eagle!
So excited for that.
Yes, listeners, we are here to talk a short little talkie talk about the new season of Scrubs. The first 2 episodes are out, and I know it might seem like a weird thing for us to talk about if you don't pay attention to our references, but
I'm going to say if they didn't know how much, if they don't listen to the podcast, then they would know how much you guys comment about
we
Scrubs.
make a lot of Scrubs references, but if you don't watch Scrubs, you might not know we're making Scrubs references.
Right, and it's an early thing Derek and I bonded over besides beer.
Yeah.
It's that we just become best friends moments where we started just quoting it back and forth. I was like, oh, yeah, this guy's not just a fan. He's my level of fan.
Yeah, I was telling Whitney last night when she watched them with me after watching them with you.
I told you she wouldn't mind watching a half a time twice.
I was like, I think I've spent more times listening to Scrubs talk than you talk. Or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I said that?
I said that to you.
Oh. I was
He has spent more time listening to the voices in Scrubs than more time listening to your voice.
Yeah, because...
And you guys live together.
Yeah, for 11 years.
I mean, I've been watching Scrubs. I started watching it with our former co-host here, Patrick. He introduced me to it. It was probably like 2005 or something, 2006. So it had to have been before 2005. Either way, it doesn't matter. It was still on the air, and he had DVDs, so we would just burn through the DVDs on repeat, and then when the next season would come out, he'd go get it, and then we'd watch that one on repeat, and the next season, and it was every year we had to wait, and then we would just watch 20-something episodes in like a day.
Kind of similar. I had actually it wasn't my roommate, it was a girlfriend's roommate at the time, had season 2 on DVD. And I was just like, what is this? And this is pre-streaming, everybody. So you were kind of at the mercy of either what was on TV, and we didn't have cable, so it was antenna, or whatever somebody had on DVD. And she had the season 2 of Scrubs, and I just fucking fell in love with this show. Like maybe it was a time of or the people I was watching it with as well, but it just fucking hit in such a way that after I watched that, I was like, all right, we got to go to Blockbuster and rent everything that's out, which I think only season 2 was out, maybe 3 at that point. And then, of course, things like DVR became a thing and streaming. And I was just like, yep, all day, send me Scrubs. It's one of my warm blanket TV shows, I call it.
Yeah, I haven't done it the last year or two. I mean, I'll watch it here and there, but I'll just put on episodes.
Yeah.
But I used to go full through all 9 seasons. 9, Jack. 9 seasons.
There's not 9. I don't know why. Well, there's 9 now. Oh my God, he's finally right, guys. Took this long, but Derek's right.
I would sit there and go through all of them every year, through the whole thing at least once a year. Now I just don't have time for that. The podcast takes up a lot of time. I'm old. I fall asleep watching TV.
A job.
I know he definitely bought himself a job with that one.
Well, also just I'm a dad, so I turn on the TV and fall asleep. That's what we do.
Take a fucking dad nap in a recliner, but instead of baseball games, it's a podcast you're editing.
That's the bad part of streaming is you fall asleep. You're like, I'm gonna watch some of this. Fall asleep, and you're like, wait, am I on season 6? I swear to God, I was on season 2. So, I wish I could sleep that long, but you know what I mean.
I know everybody hated the whole after 3 episodes on Netflix. Are you still watching? Except Derek loves that.
Well, you need to let me set it, though. Like, there needs to be a way for him to be like, hey, turn
can.
off in 8 episodes.
You can.
You can have
change
your TV.
it on Netflix.
You can do it on Netflix.
But you have to do it. I don't think you can do it through the app. I think you have to do it through, your computer.
Don't do
No,
Netflix.
it's let me. We use our daughters because we're awesome.
I would Netflix if it had Scrubs.
Netflix doesn't have Scrubs.
They are a bunch of Scrubs. They don't have Scrubs.
You know who does have Scrubs?
Hulu, ABC, Disney, and eventually ESPN. Because John Dorian is the worst athlete in the universe.
But yeah, so we watched the new episodes. And we're just going to talk a little bit about reactions to that. Hopes, dreams, stuff we put in our notebooks that has a unicorn on the front.
Well, it's not a unicorn. It's a horse with a sword on his head to protect my dreams.
I have a question for you, too. What were your fears going into this before you started watching?
I
Derek's
was
first.
So I was mostly just worried about more season 9 shenanigans because I know that they're going to be introducing new people. These guys, most of the original cast came back, and I think they're all going to be back, other than obviously Sam Lloyd, who passed away, and Ken
rest in
Jenkins might make a cameo. I would
Jenkins,
imagine.
by the
I
way,
predict
is
he's gonna
very,
be a
very old.
I know, but I imagine he might do like a one scene cameo.
What if he does an answering machine
Yeah, maybe they just talk to him on the phone.
or
But,
Skype?
like-
I mean, or whatever. I don't even. Skype's even old now.
But like we know that people we didn't see,
Zoom.
like Neil Flynn and
Mhm.
God, what's her name? Jordan's Bill
Oh,
Lawrence's
yeah.
wife,
Yeah,
Kara something. I can't think of her
Sullivan,
name.
Jordan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of her
Krista
real
Miller.
name.
Sorry,
Krista Miller. Thank you. Yeah, Krista Miller. We know they're coming back. I'm sure it's going to be cameo stuff.
I
But
want to see the pathologist, Doug.
You think you'll get My Machines guy back? He's still rolling around out there.
Ooh, Lee Eisenberg.
Lee Aronson.
Aronson? I was
that sounds
close.
right. Ehrenberg.
My
Ehrenberg.
Machines.
I don't think we'll get him because only you and I and Patrick are like he's the My Machines guy. Very few people would call him My Machines guy.
I call him my machines guy because of you guys.
Yeah, most people would know him as one of the two bumbling pirates from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hello, Poppet.
Yeah, those guys.
My fear, like I said, was everything. I hate reboots. I hate long sequels. This is kind of both.
Yeah.
So maybe it helped, but I really went in being like just.
I loved how you went in.
Well,
That
also
came-
Whitney saw me.
phrasing.
Whitney saw me pray when I said, "Dear whoever's up there, if there's anybody listening, I know we haven't spoken in a while. I don't ask for much. I really don't ask for anything. But please, just don't let this really suck and bring down the price of gin."
Yep.
But I think so. They talked about it. Zach Braff and Donald Faison talked about it a little bit, and they said that. So they had done a podcast. It's kind of what got me into listening to podcasts. Honestly, they did one called
Yeah.
"Fake Doctors, Real Friends."
Yeah, I remember that.
They started it. They had planned on starting it anyway, and then COVID hit, and they were like, "Well, we're not
Guess who's
working.
not working.
Let's do this." So they did that, and I listened to the shit out of that. It was a rewatch show, and they went through all the episodes, and they were like very clearly like, we don't remember filming or doing any of this.
Yeah.
I don't remember the
Yeah.
stories. I don't remember. They remembered behind the scenes stuff, but they didn't remember any of the stories. They didn't remember the scripts or anything. And they said that they didn't realize at the time, but doing that was like a research project.
Mm-hmm.
So they took a lot of the stuff they learned doing that podcast from watching the show, things that worked, things that didn't work. Didn't work.
Didn't work. Or-
And they brought that to the new stuff, and I think it really shows because the thing that Zach Braff kept saying was no ostriches are going to be stealing Kangles in this new season.
Because that's in a show that's full of ridiculous fantasies. That was a reality. That was them actually hiding in a tree from ostriches. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's the later seasons. He was like, it got more heightened reality. The fantasies bled into reality, kind of thing. Because as any sitcom or any long running TV show goes
Yeah.
on, things get more ridiculous.
Wow.
You buy a fucking house that's not a house; it's just a deck on property. Things like that. Like that's the silly
You break
stuff.
up with Mandy Moore. Ridiculous.
It's so funny.
That's so money.
But like they took that and learned from it, and Zach Braff was pretty heavily involved, not in the writing, but he directed, he's producing. Him, Donald Faison, and Sarah Chalk were all executive producers, I noticed on the
Oh,
credits.
Yeah.
excellent. Yeah.
But they brought that to it.
Bill Lawrence, by the way, I think has grown a lot. Like I think he did a really good job in Scrubs of that. Here's a moment that's going to be gut wrenching. It's probably going to make most people cry. But here's also one of the funniest scenes you've seen in the
Oh.
same episode.
The Brendan
he
Fraser
was-
episode gets me every
Oh, that's
fucking
just
time.
tears. That's just tears. And I always find a way to watch that right before I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm like, well, today's going to suck. I think because of shows like Ted Lasso, one of my favorites, Shrinking, really good. These are newer Bill Lawrence's where he got even better at getting that deepness and still making you laugh where it's not just a fucking slog of a gut wrench or a tearjerker.
Yeah, he got more practice at what he's good at, which turns out is something that both of us really like, which is happy sad.
Yeah.
It's
well, because if you're going to try and make me feel something, whether it's too many shows are cheap, like we talk about on the main feed, the movie Hardball. Hardball was just trying to make you cry without working for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Lawrence is going to give you a reason to cry and then not leave you there. And maybe cry is not the right word, but just
Ooh,
like feel away.
Watiki.
Yeah,
Watiti's another great one. That's why Derek mentioned it. Like,
Yeah.
we love that shit. Because if you're gonna make me feel away, leave me feeling good afterwards.
He does that already in this. It was the first episode. We don't go into like big spoilers or anything for people who haven't watched it. We can talk about some stuff because it's been out. By the time this goes up, it'll been out for like a week.
Yeah.
Whitney, talk about real quick Donald Faison's performance in the scene. I think that Derek's referencing where he's really fucking emoting.
Oh my God, those eyes. He was really crying in this fucking scene, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I started crying because he was crying.
He tapped into something.
Yeah, he did.
He found it, and they both. So Zach Braff.
Oh, it breaks. I'm gonna cry again just thinking about it.
That's why I wanted her to talk about it, see if she could make it through.
Zach Braff doesn't really appeal to me in anything else. Like, I've seen other stuff he's in, it doesn't really click. I've seen stuff he's directed, it never really works for me. But
is it? I wish I was here.
I wish you were here or something. Yeah.
No, I think it's I wish I was here.
Okay.
That's the best out of all of them. Garden State is the one that everyone knows.
That was his first one, right? Garden State.
Yeah, and that one's mostly famous for its soundtrack. Which he learned from Scrubs. He learned it from watching you, Dad.
But yes, I did. What's the one he directs? It's got Michael Caine, Alan Arkin.
I'm sorry, Michael Caine.
So it's got Michael Caine.
He's done a bunch of old guy movies.
Say Morgan Freeman, Going in Style.
Yeah, there you go. I saw that. It didn't work for me.
Yeah,
he did that. He did that remake of the Cheaper by the Dozen.
Oh, he did do the remake.
That had. I don't know if he directed it, but he starred in it.
Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, Gabrielle Union. It was okay, but it wasn't.
Did you ever see the other ones?
I saw the Steve Martin one. Okay. I don't care for them. Too many children.
Yeah, it's a movie I don't need to be remade. Thank you.
It's also Yours, Mine, and Ours is what I believe Cheaper by the Dozen was.
It's not mine.
It was a show from
mine.
It was a show from like the 60s or 70s called Yours, Mine, and Ours.
I'm just saying, I want it on record that I pull out like a sofa.
I think you're just sterile at this point.
Could be. Ate a lot of Cheetos, drank a lot of Mountain Dew.
Smoked a lot of seeds and stems.
We call that the Alabama vasectomy. I smoked a lot of seeds and stems out of aluminum Pepsi cans.
I'm telling you right now, none of that shit works because all of my uncles have unwanted or like surprise children.
Yes, because their wives are cheating on them.
People in Ohio, well, these weren't from wives. These were like one night stands and shit. People in Ohio don't drink water. They only drink Mountain Dew. So my family doesn't listen. It's fine.
They probably don't smoke weed, though.
I'm sure they did when they were younger.
Yeah, eventually everybody grows out of that.
But so we've got a bunch of new people that I want to touch on a little bit. I like most of these people. There's the guy playing Dr. Park, who is kind of Dr. Cox's new sidekick.
He's Cox and Kelso combined, by the way, because he is the braggadocious cockiness of Cox, but he also is like this is the financial money side of shit.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a combination.
This kid played by a named Joel Kim Booster, which is a name I recognize. Maybe he's just a comedian, and that's why I recognize the name.
Oh, maybe. I wonder if he was in Kim's Convenience.
No, I'm looking through his credits, and like he's in like one episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, like the more recent stuff, because he plays a Hulu executive. He was in one episode of that show, It's Florida Man, which I know we watched a few episodes of at your house.
Yeah, most definitely we did.
But I don't know. He seemed familiar, but he's pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of his character, but I know they're gonna let him grow a little bit, I'm sure.
I like what they're setting up.
His whole thing is being petty and jealous. I do really like, there's gonna be people out there who are gonna just be like, oh, Scrubs got woke or whatever, because he's bisexual.
Yeah.
And a lot of them in such a good way, though.
They used to be a couple.
They used to be a couple till I slept with both of them.
And then he just smacks his ass as he walks away.
That's a lot of input. That's what they both said. He does it in a good way where I don't feel like it's woke. I feel like it's just well written.
Yeah.
It's just and it's reality. Like people who yell woke just don't want to see things that they're don't like.
Racist. It's fine.
But it's reality. This is
I don't mind seeing. I don't mind two dudes kissing or getting married. I think that they should do it under a blanket in a dark closet in the back of a hotel room in a different state than I'm at while I'm in church. That's when you can kiss.
I mean, because this is a big city hotel or a hotel. Damn it, you said hotel. Big city hospital. You know what I mean? They never say what city this is, but it's like a San Francisco or an LA or San Diego.
Sacramento. It's Sacramento.
I always thought it was San Diego.
Sacramento. The math works out. Me and the nerds on Reddit have figured it out.
But like
so much red string.
So it's a big city. You're gonna have bisexual people. You're gonna have people of color. You're gonna have gay people. You know these things are gonna happen. It's called the real world.
Oh yeah, the black actress. I feel like she is gonna be kind of the Donald Face on the Turk of the story.
Yeah, I like her.
Because she's got that competitive edge. You know, she's like, I want to do this. I want to be the one to do this. I like her a lot. She seems very competent. I'm talking about the actress like carrying a scene.
Correct. Can I be superficial for a second?
Yeah.
Everybody still looked really good. Carla's the hottest.
Judy Reyes.
Jock and I talked about it.
Jock and I talked about that.
I wasn't planning on podcasting today. My mouth's not ready for this. Jack and I talked about it.
Name your sex tape.
She still looks almost the same.
She's got some freckles on her nose.
Everybody looks very similar. They look like they've aged, which it's been 16 years or whatever. So
everybody has brand new teeth.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a bad thing because you got to get new teeth if you can afford it.
Yeah.
But it's the most jarring aspect because we didn't see it before. Judy, like, there's always going to be that gap in between, or that shock after a 15, 16-year gap. Not Judy Reyes. Sarah Chalk looks gorgeous. She's aged, but she looks gorgeous. John C. McGinley, aged, gorgeous, dude. He is silver foxing it. Donald Faison, I mean, he looks like he has a bunch of kids and he needs a nap.
Yeah, because he has a bunch of kids and he needs a nap.
Because that's fucking age, dude.
But also that works. You know, that stuff all works. The only one it doesn't work for is JD because he went off and became a concierge doctor. Which, by the way, Jack, the doctor we go to is technically a concierge doctor, even though we're not rich people.
Is that why he looks at my penis the same way?
Yeah.
Well, I told Whitney, I was like, the funny thing is, we go to a concierge doctor. JD is dressed exactly like Dr. K.
Oh my god.
He's got the button up shirt with the tie. He's got like the kind of sweater, like thin sweater over it, cardigan. There you go.
Next thing you know, JD's gonna tell me to quit drinking too.
I mean, he does complain about it in this episode, but
he'll let you drink apple martinis.
Well, not your drinking.
Apple teenies? Yeah. Extra teeny, please.
But this girl, the girl
we
you're
should have
talking
made
about,
apple teenies, you idiots.
Oh,
I have whiskey. Does that count?
Put an apple in it.
I've got this whiskey down here that kind of tastes like apples.
There you go.
Do you want to drink some Crown Apple?
No.
Oh. Excuse me. Let me quote your husband. Hork.
The girl you're talking about is Dr. Deshauna Traynor.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's played by Amanda Morrow, and she hasn't done like anything. She's got one episode of a Disney Talent Discover thing, something called Crow Hill, where she played a voice, so it's animated, and one episode of Law and Order SVU. So she's not really done much. So she's
doing good then.
Yeah, and she's really good. And then the one that's running around with her that's a surgical is Dr. Amara Hadi, played by Layla Mohammadi.
This is the more shy person,
not the influencer
not
girl.
The influencer.
There you go.
That girl looks like she was in like iCarly and some other Disney stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, it was only one episode. One episode of Scrubs, one episode of Goldbergs, one episode of Mad About You. So yeah, she's not really been in much either.
Mad About You,
she's pretty
was
good.
There a reboot?
She was probably a baby. She was
it
probably
must have
Mabel.
been a reboot.
There's no way she's in the '90s one. She's a baby.
2019.
Oh,
okay, there it is.
They did something in 2019.
Apparently,
Each other.
And then the other one is Dr. Sam Tosh, and that's Ava Bunn is her name. She's doing like an influencer thing, which is kind of annoying, but
it makes sense.
I heard Zach and Donald talking about it, and they were like, "This is a real thing. Like they're trying to address things that are going on right now in medicine. That's why they have this British intern there too. We'll talk about in a second. But like this is a real thing, and it's exactly what she says. They have this crippling debt from school because this is America, so they do influencer shit. They make money and they pay off their debt with that.
Yeah,
good for them.
I mean, do what works, right?
It looks like she was in one episode of.
Try making a cake with your feet.
She was in one episode of Man on the Inside. I don't remember her though.
Did you say something about steak frites?
No, I didn't say anything weird like that. I said try making a cake with your feet.
Oh.
And then Dr. Asher Green, who everybody just keeps calling the hot guy, the handsome
Yeah.
doctor. Even Dr. Cox is just like, what'd you just say to that incredibly handsome intern?
Yep.
Dude, yeah.
That guy's name,
Oh.
great name,
This-
Jacob Dudman.
Ooh, Dudman.
There's this one actor,
Like that.
comedian that I think Jack is not a big fan of.
I like her, so let's
She's
talk
from
about her real
SNL.
quick.
I
Yeah.
really, really hated her arc in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and that might be playing part of my bias.
Okay. I don't remember her in 9-9.
It's one of the more later seasons.
Yeah.
She is Debbie. She ends up stealing a bunch of cocaine and machine guns from evidence, and then going and kidnapping Jake and Rosa.
Jesus.
It's just not like, I don't know, man. It rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, I got my
And
people.
She kind of
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no. Go. It just kind of translated over.
I got my people backwards. So Asher is the British one. That's Jacob Dudman.
Of course
That
it
makes
is.
sense.
Jacob Dudman, just tell me, just say action and you start rolling and I'll know what to do because I was a Dudman. Jacob Dudman.
David Gridley is the handsome one.
David Gridley the first.
I went to, he's the third.
The
I went to
third.
Gridley Middle School.
Oh, that my family started that.
Yes.
I'm trying to find that lady.
I do love, so you can't, what's her name? Laverne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about the redheaded girl.
No,
In the original
in the
series,
original.
Laverne.
Laverne.
Oh yeah, Laverne
Hey,
again.
they replaced her with this duo.
With two people, because you have to have two people to replace Laverne.
Yeah, you do. 'cause
Yeah,
she
you
was
do.
amazing.
Good call.
But I like this duo. You
Yeah,
have the
I
fabulously
do
gay.
too.
So it's Michael James Scott is the fabulously gay one you're
Yes.
talking about, and then Ex Mayo.
He's really handsome, but I'll never tell him. He would do terrible things to me.
Ex Mayo is the female one. She's a comedian. We just watched her. She's in Wonder Man. She plays
yeah,
Wonder
yeah, yeah.
Man's agent.
That's
in
right.
that.
Oh yeah.
But
I
I,
really
li-
liked Wonder Man, by the way.
I think they're the fantastic duo. I really enjoyed them.
Yeah, they're gonna be good. And that was another thing Zach said was that like they're gonna focus more on having the nurses in the show.
Good.
Because he's like nurses do most of the work. The
Yeah.
nurses are the most important people in the hospital. And in the original, you had Carla, you had Laverne, and then you just had like a rotating cast of like people that you saw all the time, but a lot of them didn't
Yeah.
have names.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Nurse Tisdale got her coffee at 9 a.m. every day, but like we only knew Nurse Tisdale's name because JD was looking at her butt.
Everybody was. Nurse
Kung Fu
Tisdale.
fighting.
Didn't the Todd actually throw some of the sugar packets down to see her thong?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the way they're treating him because he hasn't really changed, but
the Todd.
it's just
He
the
looks
HR
almost
lady.
exactly the same.
He again just looks like he aged, you know. But I mean, he also is a real estate guy in
Yeah.
LA right now, so he's got to stay handsome. You're a real estate person in LA.
Well, so
Exactly.
he thought he got a little bit big because he did this whole thing, like a social media thing where he was posting what he was and then getting ready for the show. I'm like, man, you still look good. Like you had excess stuff, but who doesn't?
Right?
Okay, so Sibby Wilson is the
Hooch?
character that we're talking about. By the way, the one that Jack doesn't like, the actress.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So she's played by Vanessa Bayer. She's like the HR lady, and if you ever watch Scrubs, the HR lady is going to have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And I love her thing with Dr. Cox in the first episode where he's just
Don't I get a
he's-
warning?
Stop.
He's doing his Dr.
You had
Dr.
900.
Cox stuff, and she's just like, I need you to take it down, and uses these hand motions. And then when JD tries to do it, she's like, I need you. And he's like, take it down. And she's like, leave the hand motions to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the character is meant to be irritating. And I mean, the lady, I've seen her in stuff. It must have been Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I can't think of what else, but like,
SNL.
she can be annoying. I don't watch that.
We've watched skits though.
Yeah, I've probably seen her in skits. She can be
Seen
annoying, but
clips.
I think the character works well because it's a good way to not make Dr. Cox and the Todd and even JD have to change completely, but being able to acknowledge that it's 25 years after that first season aired and things
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how it goes for me. I'm not going to not watch because of her. I'm just like, ugh, kind of don't like this character, which I'm not supposed to. And I really just don't like her portrayal of it right now, but we'll see.
Maybe it'll come to fruition.
Maybe she just needs her moment, and I haven't seen her moment.
So we can talk.
We're 2 episodes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. We could talk about a couple things, maybe things that we really liked, and then we'll just wrap it up. And then when the series is over, maybe we do another little
Oh,
Yeah.
thing. It won't be an every episode thing, but
no, we'll see how it felt to us.
But I want to start because I'm gonna forget because I've already forgotten twice.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say it and then forgot. I'm talking about Dr. Cox because so on the Fake Doctors Real Friends podcast,
Let's talk about Cox, baby.
they had John C. McGinley on multiple times.
Yeah.
And
Terrific guest.
he is the happiest, nicest, jolliest, most positive person on the
He's his
planet.
character from Wagons East.
Kind of, yeah. He is so incredibly like positive, and everything is just like, this is great, this is wonderful, and just to step back into
There's 5 good ones for him right there.
to step back into this character 16 years after the last time you portrayed him and not miss a fucking beat.
Oh yeah,
He's doing the rants, he's doing the whistle. Of course, as soon as JD comes in, he's like, "Oh, at least he's not going to call me newbie anymore." Hey, oldie.
Damn it. But yeah, no, Cox was amazing with he looks fantastic. Still.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I wanted to say is he looks almost
great.
exactly the same. It's just that everything is gray now.
Yeah, he's gray instead of red.
That ginger has strawberried out. Red gingers are a lot like strawberries in reverse. We start really red, then we turn white.
And I'm disappointed that we're not gonna get him in every episode, and we're not gonna get Judy Reyes in every episode. But they are both busy. Oh, I meant to see what the show was, because Judy Reyes, according to Zach and Donald, is on like one of the biggest TV shows on TV right now.
And then,
like network TV.
I don't know what the production schedule is, but Sarah Chalk is in Firefly Lane.
Oh, I think that's over, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I didn't watch any. I heard really good things about it.
Yeah, it's got Katherine Hagel in it too.
Okay, maybe it's this one.
Not a selling point.
Maybe it's this show.
She actually looks good.
I did just pick up a movie recently. Whitney and I started watching it one night, and I didn't finish it, but it's called Birth Rebirth that she was in. That's like a horror movie.
What year?
2023.
Okay, damn.
So I picked it up literally. It was on the Vinegar Syndrome partner labels thing, and I've been buying less stuff, but I was like, Judy Reyes, all right, cool, I'll check it out.
I can't get over how fucking great she looks. I mean, just not a wrinkle or anything out of place. The hair looking fucking great,
and it doesn't look like she had work done either.
If she had work done, that surgeon needs to get everybody work done.
Yes.
Oh, High Potential. That's what it was, which is the new show that has Sweet D in it. That's on Hulu from Always Sunny.
Oh, Caitlin Olsen? No, not Olsen. Caitlin something.
Yeah. So she's on that show. Yeah, Caitlin Olsen. I just pulled it up here.
Isn't she married? Isn't she married to
Mac?
I don't know.
Yep.
But Caitlin Olsen, Judy Reyes, Steve Howie is on it too. Who's the guy? He plays that guy from your show with the bad people from Chicago.
Yeah, Shameless.
Shameless.
He was also in Reba.
Kevin, right?
Reba?
On Shameless.
Reba.
But yeah, she's on that, so she's busy with that. And then Dr. Cox, John C. McGinley, is doing another show for Bill Lawrence right now. That's like a HBO show.
I was gonna say, I think you said HBO earlier, and I got excited.
It's not on his stuff yet because I think it's still filming. But it's a new, so he's busy with that. So they're both, working on other stuff, but they came back because, this show was important to all of them in more than one way, besides just their careers.
I do love we get a little hooch.
Hooch is crazy.
Okay, it's called Rooster.
Ooh.
It starts on March 8th, so pretty soon.
That's soon.
It's
Whitney,
got
Jack, that's a Sunday.
It's got Steve Carell, John C. McGinley, and then it says Phil Dunster, and it says
I know
Ted
Phil
Lasso.
Dunster. Phil Dunster is Jamie Tart.
Oh, okay.
Jamie
all right.
Tart.
I was like, I don't know who that actor is, but it said Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Bill Lawrence just grabbing Bill Lawrence people and making a Bill Lawrence show.
He likes his people, though. He's always done this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, most directors do that, or most people. You work with who you like. You
Yeah.
work with who works with you well.
Yeah.
Whitney, you got any thoughts?
I absolutely enjoyed it. I was pleasantly pleased with how everything came out, especially at the
As
very
opposed to
beginning.
unpleasantly pleased.
Correct.
Or pleasantly unpleased.
Those are both things in my life.
It's
It's called dating.
I like how they started off. It's like the show didn't skip a beat. It's like season 9 actually never happened.
I mean, they are acting like season 9 didn't happen because they aren't. They all went to a medical school instead of working at a learning hospital. There was a different set. It was different. That never happened in this, which is fine.
Do you think anybody from season 9 is going to come out?
I would have
maybe Davey Franco.
I would not have been surprised. He's probably he's too busy now because he's producing shit and
he's movie now.
He's banging his hot wife,
hot Allison Brie.
I was expecting Joe.
Yeah.
At some point. I don't remember the actress's name, but she was delightful.
Oh, Derek, I'm very much in love with her.
I loved her on that show. Her and Dave Franco were the best parts of that show.
She puts a fucking a cheeseburger in the middle of a table to try and attract men. Derek's all about that.
Well, not just because she wanted to bang fat guys, and I was like, that means I've got a chance. But she was good. She was funny.
She was.
She had emotion. She was supposed to be the robot one who didn't feel emotions, and she was so good at it that she created emotions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did she make it twitch?
Who knows? We might see her.
A girl who doesn't feel emotions and likes fat guys.
That's not me.
I
mean, half of that is.
She doesn't like fat guys.
No, yeah, she doesn't like fat guys. What about you, Jack?
I'm pleasantly surprised and pleasantly pleased, unpleasantly squeezed. No, I was expecting just all right, let me slog through it.
Oh, yeah.
There's some weak links in the armor, but I think we can tighten that up. Other than that, everyone fell back into what it was without rehashing old jokes. You're not just playing the same. It's not Super Troopers 2.
Yeah.
Which is not to talk shit about that movie, but it's just here's these jokes that worked. Scrubs is barely doing that. It's doing here's the tone of the jokes that worked.
Yeah.
And also here's that Bill Lawrence type thing. It also looks good. Derek and I talked a bit off camera about how it looked like they got the actual lighting now and it's not soap opera style.
Yeah. And I particularly noticed it, and it's shot differently because it ends up it's a fantasy, but in the opening scene, I told Jack, I was like, it looked like they were about to shoot. It was the beginning of an episode of The Pit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Except for they also all had JD was standing there with a heroic stance and everybody was flanked out behind him like a superhero team. But with the lighting and the way the cameras were and when they brought in the cart and the guy is gushing blood and it's all this realistic stuff. Cut to, it's just him fantasizing that he's awesome, but he really just basically gives boner pills to old men.
Yeah.
Looks at old dudes' dongs.
I'm worried about the way it's leaning.
He did say too, so he directed the first episode, I believe, and he was heavily involved in producing the show. And he was like, I went all in because it was 9 episodes and I had time to do that. He's like, if we get picked up again, if we do more, I might not be able to be as involved on that aspect. But I think if you set everything up, it can run pretty well on its own if you've got the right people behind the scenes.
I think
we've seen it not work and we've seen it work. I hope it does.
The internet's actually been pretty positive on it.
If
that's any sort of barometer.
Well, and it is because the internet hates everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're super fans, so we can be forgiving of stupid stuff. But I didn't feel like I was watching it and being forgiving of anything stupid.
I watched it twice, guys.
Once and a half.
Literally back to back. No, I watched both.
No, I'm saying you were just really drunk the last time.
I was very drunk the second round.
But I'm looking forward to what comes next. I think it'll get picked up. I'm excited. I want to see all these cameos that we know we're going to get.
Oh, yeah.
Something I do want to address without spoiling anything. Bill Lawrence had to go on to Twitter and talk about the original season finale before season 9. JD has that he sees the future kind of thing. Those are just dreams.
Yeah.
That's what he thought was going to happen. People got upset because there's I don't want to talk about why, but there's a thing that we find out that's like, oh, but that doesn't make any of this true. No, it was never true. It's just what he saw, a possible future.
That's
like
what
Doctor Strange.
Well, that's what I always thought. I never read that final episode as like, we're seeing what's really going to happen. Those are his dreams about what's going to happen. Because
it's the fantasy. The guy for the last 8 years has fantasized everything.
Well, you end a show and everybody's like, well, the show ended, so everything must have wrapped up in that last episode, and everybody's life is great afterwards. Right? Like, no, life is life, and life happens.
Life.
So, yeah, when we come back after the finale to talk, we can get a little bit more spoilery and talk about some stuff. Because if you haven't watched it at that point,
I'll read from my dream journal.
Was there anything else? I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but it doesn't matter. Oh, the opening credits hit, and of course they changed the opening sequence. It's got the new actors and stuff.
Oh, the phone to the X-ray.
Yeah, but the second the opening credits hit, I was just like,
warm blanket, warm fucking blanket, dude.
And also, Whitney said that you said the same thing I did, because there's a point where JD says something, and he's like, "I can't do this all on my own." And I just turned to her and I was like, "I'm no Superman." And she's like, "I'm glad you got that." And I was like, "You think I didn't get that?"
Because I asked Whitney, I was like, "Did you catch that?" She's like, "Catch what?" I was like, "You can't. He's no Superman, Whitney."
Do you know what song I've heard more in my life than any other song?
That song.
For me, it's the Cheers theme song.
Looking around.
This is maybe the South Park song is pretty close because they have 52 seasons or whatever, and I've watched most of it. But I haven't rewatched it the way that I've rewatched like Scrubs.
26 seasons.
I think they're at like 30 something now.
He's
it doesn't
being
really
hyperbolic.
matter. Look, it's been running since I was born. Let me put it that way.
Pretty sure it started in 2000, didn't it?
It started in 1996.
Oh.
But
into it.
But yeah, as soon as that hit, I was just like, this feels great.
Yeah,
and yeah, they handled it well. Everybody had respect for it. I do think the podcast helped.
Yeah.
I think not only did it bring Zach and Donald back in, because they're real life best friends, but they go through periods where they don't spend any time together because they're both working actors.
Because they're real life best friends.
Yeah, and they had an outlet every week to get together and to kind of riff and improvise.
That podcast is like great. It's like, I love you, dude. It's very these characters, but just like less exaggerated. Because like, why gotta say things like that? He's like, no, I do miss you. It's like, I miss you too, but what we gotta talk about right now is like, no, I love you, dude. Tell me you love me.
Derek got a random text today from a friend that just said, "I love you."
Made me uncomfortable. I was like, well, what's he gonna do that's gonna hurt himself? But what was the line I was gonna say? Oh yeah, I miss you so much it hurts sometimes.
Yeah. Tell him you miss him, but don't make it sound too clingy or something like that.
Yeah. But I'm excited. There's only 7 left. I'm already disappointed.
Yeah, true on that.
I'm definitely an excite.
But we'll see. If it gets picked up for second season, there'll be more than 9. This is like, hey, we gathered these people for hopefully lightning in a bottle the second time.
What day does it air?
Wednesdays. It airs Wednesdays on ABC, and then it's on Hulu the next day.
Thursdays, yeah.
Okay.
Which is why
so we're
we
never
didn't
going
get
to be able to watch it together.
Well, this is why we didn't get to watch it until Sunday, because it aired on Thursday, and I closed all weekend and had to edit and do other stuff. And I was like, Patrick kept coming into work and asking me, so did you watch it yet? And I've mentioned it before to people, but he's a postman, so he works a lot. I was like, no, Patrick, some of us have jobs and have to work for a living.
Don't just ride around on cars all day.
Some of us work 4 days a week, Patrick.
You literally work 7 days a week. You do the podcast, you do the editing, you do a lot of stuff.
As far as taxes are concerned.
Exactly. Doesn't count if you don't get paid.
4 days a week. He's doing a solid bartender's 30 a week, guys.
I do 30 in 3 days.
I alternate between doing a 28 and like a 38. Come on.
Come on, be realistic here.
But yeah, so I'm excited. It was very good. And we are in a podcast like Discord chat. Jack and I are. I told Whitney she could join. She never sent me a thing. So
I don't.
But either way, we're in there, and a lot of those guys have watched it, and nobody had anything negative to say.
Yeah,
which is cool. I don't know how big of fans any of them are, but a lot of them watched it, and every one of them was like, "That was really cool." So it makes me feel good that so far I have only heard positive feedback.
Dude, you know who I am as a person with everything I like, my isms that I just hate. This didn't trigger any of those. So you did something right to win people like myself over.
Yes.
Yeah, and I already know that I'm about to start watching it all over again.
Yeah.
Not this season. I mean, I will, but now I'm just going to have to go back to 1, work all the way through.
Skip 9.
I guess I'll skip. No, I'm not going to skip 9 because I love Joe. And then I'll watch this. I'll just call 9. 9 is it's an extended fantasy in JD's head.
Okay.
But he only appears in every other episode.
Oh, it's season 9 in Archer where he's in a coma the whole time.
Yes, it's season 9 in Archer where he's in a coma the whole time. JD was in a coma.
There we go.
And that's why he's not. That's why he's not in every episode.
He was riding around that moped without a helmet. It's dangerous.
That's what happens. Sasha.
Sasha.
But yeah, that's it. We just wanted to talk about it, and we figured some people out there might be interested in hearing our thoughts.
Yeah.
As super
Thanks
fans.
for joining. Hey, Derek.
Go.
Do you know that man is the only animal that does podcasts with his pants on?
I'm no Superman.